So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another daily dose of swipe. We break down copy in each and every episode, and we have to do this daily because if you're watching this, you're probably a copywriter, marketer, advertiser, or something who has to do something with that. And if you're not constantly, finding out winning promos out there and not synthesizing it for your own good, for your own company and marketing, and seeing what marketing angles you could come up with so that you make profit and you make your clients more profit, then um, it's probably going to be hard for you to grow. And we need to make more money because that's what we are all here for. And today's day 14 of daily dose of swipe, and we're going to have to do this each and every day because you have to do this each and every day, right? And of course, today is not that long. Today is going to be an email as well. Right now I'm not going to be doing full time as I always say because I'm too busy with my own stuff. Right now I'm not that busy, I mean today. So but I slacked off and I just wanted to do the bare minimum, showing up thing. And I don't know if you can hear me properly. I'm not a native English speaker. I hope you know that by now. And I don't have a good setup ready, so the microphone quality, sorry, the audio quality is probably whack. Now today we have, let's cut the yap, okay? Let's just get into this. Today we have an email from Mr. Furey or Matt Furey. If you don't know about Matt, he's one of the OG of email copywriting, but I don't know what he does these days. I opted into his list like 2 3 months ago, and he's like one of the authority in this space. But I don't know if he sends email these days, and he's a very like polarizing guy, just like Ben Zero and Zarek and other such. And he always publishes, you know, polarizing content. But I don't know, and but like I opted into his list, all surprised and all excited that I might see a lot of great emails, but they were not that catchy as they were not as good as I thought they would, and that's why I've not like been consistently opening his emails. So let's break down one today. And I like the subject line on this one because dear Mr. Fewer, 22 years and counting. A very curiosity driven subject line, right? Wouldn't you say? I mean, what could that possibly mean? 22 years and counting. I don't know. Is that are you in prison or are you 22 years and counting? Are you still miserable? Do you want to thank him? Do you not? I don't know. Like what's going on? It's a curiosity element. At least I got curious. Even if you think like it's probably a whack subject line, I find it really fascinating. Not really, but fascinating enough for me to open. That's why I open because I've like subscribed to dozens of newsletters, and if this got my attention, then it probably got somebody else. It's not implying that I'm the one of the best. You can't uh, trick me into opening a subject lines kind of guy. So whenever I like break down any copy, I always try to look at the environment, which we're like discussing as we speak. Because as I said, Matt Fury, the OG, one of the OG of email copywriting and marketing, which I heard on Reddit because I don't know it myself because I'm new to this game. And yeah, that's all there is to it. And as I already talked about the environment, though I did not mention it, but we just talked about the environment already. And I don't know what he has to sell. I don't think he sells and uses his email list every day. You can see the font. It's old school. It does not mean that it's not relevant anymore. It's just I like it. My intention were to compliment it, not to like. And Matt Fury, good copywriter, good marketer, probably in the fitness space. I don't know what he sells these days, even or if at all. But let's break down his copy. It looks like it's a testimonial email, in my opinion. So, hi, Mr. Fure, the good old, addressing. Looks like it's being narrated, right? It's a testimonial. Oh shit! Can you hear that? The solicitors, man. I, Mr. Fure, I just wanted to send a note of thanks for writing combat conditioning. For writing combat conditioning. I first learned of your book from a boyfriend I had in college who was an army ranger. I was a tennis player and used the exercise to condition myself. In addition to the training I received from my coaches, I went on to become a personal trainer, then alignment and movement therapist. Fast forward 20 years later, and I continually come back to this book for the exercise and the fantastic points on breathing and concentration. In my experience, nothing makes me feel better than Hindu squats, push-ups, and back ends. Oh, sorry, back bends. Testimonial, right? Nothing else. Good old plain ass testimonials. And given that Matt Fury is an authority in this space already, you're gonna open his email more or less, because given that somebody is like, let's say like you subscribe, let's say let's suppose that Elon Musk like starts a new email list tomorrow, and he personally emails you each and every day, about what he's doing and how he's growing his business. Even if he writes the wackiest subject line of all time, right? The words are all jargon, the paragraphs are not edited, and it's all a mess. But you're gonna open his emails anyways because it's from Elon Musk. That's a huge guy. People think like there's so much to learn from him, and they're probably gonna open his emails and read word by word, and he's gonna have one of the more hugest, let's say. I don't think that's a word, but he's gonna have the greatest subject lines of all time. He's gonna have the best open rates. He's gonna have the best readability, and he's gonna have one of the best CDRs, right? But he's not gonna come into the whole bizarre space and teach you and coach you and like ask you to join his mastermind and stuff like that, because he's too busy migrating people to Mars. But you get the point, right? When you're an authority, or when you have been regarded as somebody who's a very influential person in your space, then people are gonna open your emails regardless. And Ben Settle is probably one of those guys as well, but he does not slack in his emails. He hammers, he cooks each and every time his emails. Like, you look at them, you'd want to open them, even if it was just from Ben Settle. We would open it, but because his subject lines are even more intriguing, he adds the, what do you call it, the gusto, the you know the spiciness, what do you call it? The cherry on the top. Hi, Katie. Now that is absolutely awesome. Now let's say it looks like this is his response to her testimonial. Hi, Katie. Now that is absolutely awesome. Thank you for writing to let me know. Getting a letter such as yours makes my day. Gratefulness, nothing more. I don't have to break down word for word. It's just normal human conversation. And this is what we need to understand when we're writing our emails too. Copywriting is just, conveying what you have, conveying your sales message in an understandable format, so that you're like trying to help the guy, right? You're not just ripping it off and using all these persuasion tactics and gimmicks and frameworks just to rip them off and run away with their money. No, right? You're conveying a sales message to sell them a product, so that they can use it and they can get more value out of it, and they can make their life less miserable. They can make more money or save more money. You get them more time or something like that, right? Make them more, give them like health benefits, just like what Matt does. And sometimes it's just conversing. You don't have to think about the whole, my strategy is gonna look like this, and it's because it has to follow ADA, or it has to follow PASS. Of course, like, you should be thinking it more like a framework rather than a structure or a template. Know what I mean? Like, you need to attract attention somehow. Like, ADA is a framework in per se, because you need to capture the attention. You need to invoke interest, make them like intrigue the reader and build a desire after giving them more readership, and then ask them to act, right? It's like, look at it like from a framework's perspective, rather than um trying to come up as, look at it as a tactic that you can, like a structure, like a template that you can use each and every time. And it's not going to be too much fun to write copy, because you think you're so bound by these boundaries that you don't want to write copy anymore because you think you don't have the freedom to like express your creativity and stuff like that. And of course, yeah, it's not just about creativity. You need to make money and you need to productize your services, but just conveying your sales message is enough most of the times. Just talking to the consumer, talking with him, not at him or her. Hi Katie, that okay. It also makes me ponder the days back in the fall of 1990 when I was writing combat conditioning on a blue iMac that resembled a Volkswagen Beetle. My desk at the time was a card table and my chair was just as cheap. Yet from that platform, a book that paved the way for the revolution in bodyweight calisthenics was born. Hallelujah. Hmm. This is a respect and an authority element, right? Because look at him, he's been doing this for a long time. 1999 is a long time ago. I mean, I myself was born on 2006, so you can tell that anybody who's been this long has good experience and who has gone from rags to riches, because this is a hero story, hero's journey, is probably more credible than anybody like me, right? If I tell you the same story, it won't be as resonating as his is because he just has the substance, he just has the experience. And sign off combat conditioning is now in a smaller spiral bound format, making it easier to carry in a gym bag, suitcase, or backpack. You can still get the DVDs or book mailed to you. You can opt for digital delivery. Now, I believe combat conditioning is his product, but I believe Matt does not send any emails these days, and all of the ones that I'm getting is probably automated. And this is just a testimonial email, right? Sometimes it's not just about writing for salesy stuff and just trying to sell something. It's just like, okay, here it is, I'm talking to you. And email copywriting is, that's why, like, one of the major sales mechanisms or mediums out there, because it's just, it can look so personalized. It has just such a homely feeling, in my opinion. So let's just click on this link and see Hmm, what all of it is about. Okay, this is a sales page in my opinion. I don't know if it works or not because the UI, the interface is probably looks scammy or some shit. Testimonial or subhead. Okay, this looks like a website. Hmm, shall we break this down? This is how it looks like in email format, or how it generally looks. The ones you open in PC. This is a home page where people can click on any other stuff. They can go here. The traffic can possibly get diluted. Double your power, strength, endurance, and flexibility in record time with a combat conditioning system. Follow the legendary system that quickly catapults your strength, endurance, and flexibility to record levels. Think you're in shape? Then take the combat conditioning test. Pretty good. Meh. Headline. Probably this worked back then. I don't know when. Like, look, you can look at it, right? It looks like it was built in 2006 or something. Oh, why am I saying the year I was born? So you can see, right? 2002 to 2017. So this has probably not been optimized. Hmm. Hmm. This is all there is to it. Yeah, we're not gonna break this down because this probably is not relevant anymore. I don't know. Like, am I gonna get copyright strike by going to these websites? I probably won't, right? I don't think that's the thing. Even if I do, I don't get appreciated anymore, anyways, because I don't care about this. I just have to do it either way. So yeah, I'm gonna do it either way. Even if I get a strike and I take it down because I'm not getting any like bazillion views, anyways. It's not gonna be that much of a bother. And I do already have the videos saved up. I might like launch them into a course or something. I'm not gonna do that anyways. So anyways, thank you, thanks for watching. This was a Yo, this was vanilla. Average, may break down, but does the job, gets you through the door. And that's it today. Today's gonna be a short one. Thanks for watching. If you are, I don't know who is. See you on the next one.